Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Show the Flow TV. This is episode number 8, Featured Guest Friday. As you see, got this good-looking man right here, Mr. Trey Bowden.
Me? Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. Ryan, thanks for letting me be on your show.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it.
Man, it's an honor to have you on this show. If you don't know who Trey Bowden is, like, where have you been, first of all? Come on. I met Trey. This has been about a year and a half ago. And, it was a time in my life where I was just discovering this whole world of personal development, business, and real estate photography. I just gotten started. Just gotten started. Wow. It's crazy to think. But, Trey really did something that nobody has ever done for me in this world, and that was let me approach him with questions. He really took me under his wing and mentored me in many, many ways. He gave me a platform to share my heart through an organization called Givers. And I just wanted to bring him on today to share a little bit of that story, to talk about the impact that Givers is having. And so I don't want to steal any more of your time. Tell us, Trey, a little bit about what is Givers, what's the why behind the what, and what do you see maybe coming next?
Well, thank you, Ryan. The pleasure and the honor is mine. The fact that I've been able to impact your life truly humbles me. It's just the way that I'm wired, is to help people, is to serve people. But it's not just the way that I'm wired. A lot of it is the choices that I have made to continue down that path of serving people and to give. Giving is serving, and serving is giving. Giving is not necessarily handing people a check or handing them an envelope full of money. Giving can be acts of service. I remember you'd been doing some photography for quite a while. You were really starting to get a name and a reputation. And I called you up one day and I said, can I take you around and ride with you on a certain day? And you said, what? And I said, yeah, I want to get you in my truck, and we're going to take all of your appointments, and we're going to spend the day together. And you said, well, yeah. And I've never done that with anybody before, but there's just something that said I needed to do that with you. And I remember that day. It was a long day, and we put, 120 miles on my truck or something like that, just in the city. And we shot like 6 houses, and it was a fun thing. And I was just your gopher for the day. It was a lot of fun.
Nice.
I learned a lot about what you do. But what that did was it bonded us together.
Right.
And the point in telling that story is not about what I did. It's to make the point for anybody that's watching this that the most important thing you can do is make a choice.
Okay.
And believe that your choice is the right choice to make, and just live into it.
It's good.
It is choosing to do something that is not mediocre. Choosing to do something that is not just average, that is status quo. The world we live in today wants everyone to live up to the status quo, but don't go much higher. And if you go much higher, you're kind of looked at differently, you're treated differently. They'll try to pull you back down sometimes. They'll throw stones at you. They'll say things about you.
Sometimes people that you care about the most.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But you have to dare to continue. And that's what you've done. You've dared to continue. You've chosen to do something, shoot homes, photograph homes. And there's tons of people out there that do it.
Yeah.
But you brought an element to it that is not mediocre. It is excellent.
Thank you.
You've tweaked it. And you're continually tweaking it. But you've made a name for yourself. And what has happened is you've set a new standard for the industry here in Oklahoma City. Now, here's what I think is going to happen. I think what you're doing, not just with the photography, but with the life that you're living, the leadership that you're providing people, this commitment to not go backwards and settle for mediocre is going to spread. I think not only is your leadership going to spread, your business is going to spread, you're going to influence people beyond Oklahoma City, beyond Tulsa, beyond the boundaries of Oklahoma. It wouldn't surprise me if you begin to influence people all over the country to change the way they're doing their business, whether it's photography or not. You're going to begin changing people's mental attitudes about their approach to life to do it differently.
I love that. Guys, I don't know if you can notice this, but I asked him to talk about himself, and all he can do is just brag on me. That's why I love Trey. That's his heart. But I want you to share, and I appreciate that, and I received that.
Yeah.
I want you to share what about givers, because I mean, it is something that I know is on your heart, and it's affecting hundreds of lives, and not just here in Oklahoma City, but really everywhere.
Yeah, it really is. Quick history. 2 years ago, I started meeting with 5 men, and they wanted to know, what is it that makes you different? Why are you saying these things about giving and receiving and serving? And I want to know more about that. And I said, well, meet me at 7 a.m. on a Friday. And they said, what? And I said, Friday, 7 a.m. They go, well, why 7 a.m. on Friday? And I said, how bad do you want it?
Come on. Yeah.
How bad do you want it? And they said, okay, we'll be there. So we started meeting with 5. 5 turned into 12, turned into 20, and the rest is history. Now we have, on our Facebook page, we have as of yet last night, it was 747 people.
Oh my goodness!
Refer to themselves as givers. That's in 2 years. And our meeting this morning was in an alternate location where we normally meet, because we couldn't use the facility. We're at in Inferno Pizza on Memorial, and we had over 80 people here this morning. I lead again at 11:30 on the Northwest Expressway at the New York Life Building, and we'll have about 35 or 40 people there. And then while we were doing this when you lead your group on Mondays, there's another group that meets in Southside, and together you guys have about 100 people or more. So every week we'll have between 200 and 300 people in these meetings, just to find out, how can I become the person that I'm supposed to be and serve other people, help more people reach the goals, achieve the things that they want to achieve. And when I'm focusing on their needs, all the while I'm bringing mine along with me, I'm going to get what I need in the process.
That's good.
It's unavoidable. Here's why. Because our words and our actions have energy to them. And in the chaotic world around us, when we're trying to figure out how we're going to make that next sale, how are we going to reach that prospect that we want to reach? How's this all going to come together? The actions and the words we speak have energy that releases into this chaos that we can't control. But the abundance brings our actions, the energy of our words and actions, bring it to bear on that chaos, reorganizes all of that chaos into a blessing that comes to us. It is an inviolable law.
Yes.
It just requires a person to step out and believe it, that it will work that way.
That's that simple.
That's just the way God created the world.
Yeah.
So that's what Givers is all about. We teach that the best way to live an abundant life, which we were created to live an abundant life. Not abundant things or stuff, abundant life. Now, that doesn't mean that you can't have nice things or take nice trips or have a lot of money, but that's not the purpose. The purpose is living abundant life. We show this, we live this abundant life, and it shows up in our life and our actions in love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control.
That sounds familiar.
It is familiar, yeah. Anybody who knows the book of Galatians ought to know that. But those are the 9 character qualities that really do make up and demonstrate an abundant life. So everything that I teach, whether it's publicly or one-on-one, has in it those 9 character qualities and connecting people with true abundance. That's who the Givers are.
That's awesome. You know, guys, the reason that I brought Trey on today was because he's a man that doesn't just teach these principles, but he lives them out every single day.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you, really just the impartation that you've had in my life. You know, when we first started meeting, a word that came up was the word influence. And, you know, what Trey said to me is that I would become a man that would have influence, and that I needed really to prepare myself for that. Yeah. And I took that to heart. And I challenged myself, you know, with things like I on purpose started reading books so that I could know more, so that I could be around people that were successful and actually have a voice in that, a voice of influence. And here's how it comes: by putting the interests of other people first, and that's what Trey lives out. So
thank you.
that's really what it looks like, guys. You know, givers. So if you want to connect, let's say if a person wants to connect and become a giver, or just check this thing out, what's the best way to do that?
Our website will be launched within the next couple of weeks. Probably by the time this airs, in a week or two, you can go to givers.info.
Okay.
Givers.info, or they can email me at trey@redbudmortgage.com.
Awesome. And there's a Facebook group.
Group. Yep. Facebook. Just Givers OK.
Cool. And we'll put that on the screen. So, guys, thank you so much again for joining us today for Show the Flow TV episode number 8. Tomorrow, it's going to be awesome. We have Success Saturday coming up, and I can't wait to share some success principles and really just have a great time over the weekend. So, enjoy your weekend. Take care.
Enjoy, guys. Be blessed.
Thanks, Trey.
Thanks.